What's up, YouTube? This is Dr. Dabston, and we are covering a Chinese build order for fast Song Dynasty into military production. In this case, we're doing mass Zhuge. Currently in the meta, they are very strong if you get a mass, and they are one of the best feudal units that you can get out there. Keep in mind, build orders are just a starting place, and you always have to pay attention and scout your enemy. That's always going to be objective number one. You'll have to make small or maybe large changes to your build order and what your plan was based off of what you see. But in this case, we're just giving you a template for what I just mentioned here. So one disclaimer, I'm actually going to go ahead and show you how this build order works. One of the newer players to Chinese, I've practiced this maybe 2 or 3 times before this. Just watched a couple pros do this. I pulled the build over from Puppy Paw, got him to play it, and so this is based off of what he showed me and what he did. And I'm just going to go ahead and give it a shot real quick and see if I can go ahead and hit that mark that we're going for, which is the 6-minute Song Dynasty. So here we go. So right off the bat, you want to send your first 6 villagers to the lumber, create a to the straggler that is nearest to the berries. You create a imperial official, and also you go ahead and scout around, grab a couple of the close sheep. It's not really huge to get these. You want to get a couple right off the bat, and just drop them right near the berries as well. So before these villagers actually end up making their drop, you go ahead and immediately make them build a mill. And now your new villagers will go to the sheep that you dropped off. Go ahead and send your other sheep over there as well. You want to go ahead and get them nice tucked up as close to the mill as possible. And with your scout, you always have the option of going 1 or 2 scouts. So that is one of the disclaimers. And already with the build order here, I forgot to build a house, but that shouldn't be a big deal. Gonna go ahead and get them to kill multiple different sheep, and what that does is we'll make them gather more efficiently later on. If they're all on the same sheep, then they take that big swinging motion, and it takes them quite a long time. So as you see, they're gathering 3 different sheep. And we have 8 there already, and now we are sending over to the gold mine. So we will send 2 over here to the gold mine, get them going. We want to make a drop off whenever this tax hits the 40 gold mark. Looking over on the build here, seeing if what I need to do. So just scouting around. Like I said, you have the option to go in 1 or 2 scouts. I just went ahead and went 1 scout to try to get that earlier timing. And again, now I'm sending back to the sheep. We're gonna get up to 10 food vills on the sheep now. I know one of the questions you may be having is, why am I not taking the deer? It's faster food gathering. Well, I wanted to go ahead and get this build going for all the maps, so that way you're not always going to have the deer as an option. So in this case, we're taking the berries to show you how that looks. And look at that. Went ahead and grabbed that tax, dropped it off. I got 2 going there, got 10 on the food, and this is where you hit the lumber camp. You don't have to you don't have to chop any trees, because that is what your straggler chopping did earlier. Again, just keep scouting around. And now with the sheep here, you can actually gather from some of the other sheep, and that way you will once again be gathering food more efficiently, not take down all your berries as fast, and you'll be on the sheep, which are more efficient. Almost went idle there for a sec. Oh, okay. Guess I'm just gonna drop the Imperial Academy now, and they'll end up going to lumber. I think I just idled my TC there for a second, so not the greatest. So once we got 3 on lumber, now we're gonna go 3 over to the gold mine. So just one more to the gold mines until you get 3 on it. Still scouting around for some sheep on the map. I'm gonna go ahead and build a house with the Lumberville. And the new Imperial official is gonna come over here and supervise the gold mine now. So you see, they're really close to the mill, so faster food gathering, efficient drop-off rate. Oh, I meant for him to be, you see, I was bad with my scouting here, but at this point in time, that one was actually supposed to go to lumber now. I think I'm a little behind on... Oh, I definitely am a little behind on this. Barmerkin. Now he should probably go there. Probably pick that up first. As you can see, not the most efficient build ordered by me because I've idled my TC a couple times. I've misgathered here, but we still see how fast the Song Dynasty is coming down. And one of the things we can go ahead and do here now as well. Oops. Go ahead and get that archery range down for some Zhuge if we need. Once this Song Dynasty hits, and actually, we see even though I was a little inefficient, look at where I'm at here on the timing. We are at 5:56 for that Song Dynasty. I should have probably... Oh, you know what I haven't done is... So I needed another IO actually. IO should have come out here and start immediately supervising the archery range. And now that's kind of where the build finishes here. Yeah, so that was really the template there for y'all for the Chinese early Song Dynasty build with Zhuge military production. You saw I was floating a little bit of wood. You have the ability to build more production buildings, a blacksmith. It's really where you want to go from there. Hypothetically, you would have been scouting more, getting better vision, and being able to counter the other opponent's military production buildings that they have. Especially, you know, if they were French, you would expect Royal Knights, so then you would have been wanting to build spears yourself. Keep in mind you can always supervise your military production buildings and swap between them. So if you need to be producing more spears, more horsemen, more Zhuge, you can always adapt and change very fast, and that is one of the big benefits to Chinese. The other that we didn't mention is Song Dynasty gives you the ability to produce villagers at 13 seconds a pop rather than 20 of a normal civilization. So some people end up taking that to the next level and end up building a second TC. We will be making another video and posting the 2 TC Song Dynasty build. So check that out after this if you like. This one was obviously for the military production. You can utilize the feudal age meta right now that everyone's been doing, but you also will have the better economy behind it with the faster Vil productions, and the Barbican gives you a good defense as well. So there's some added benefits to it as well as the Zhuge. So appreciate everyone for stopping by. Throw the like, subscribe button. Give a comment below if there's any other build orders you'd like to see, any recommendations, suggestions, everything of the sort. And here is little Najee to say hello.